Hey guys, Tiago with Classical Technology here. Thank you for joining me again for another video. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the newly released Apple Airpods Pro. We're going to do an unboxing and a brief overview of my impressions of it. We'll see how it's like. I also have the older AirPods. If you've seen the pictures, like the new AirPods kind of look like this sideways, but of course this is a little bit smaller. So we're going to be taking a good look through this. We're going to see how it's like, how it performs. So hang on tight and let's get started. So these are the new AirPod Pro, just recently released. Let's do a little unboxing. Nice little strip for you to pull on the side here for an easy unboxing experience. Apple's so good at packaging. Look at that, nice little box. And here are the AirPod Pro. The case is pretty much just like the other one, but wider. You know, you just open it and close it. Nice little satisfying snap. You can see that there's a little blinking light to show that it's charging. I've also had the Bose and the Sony over-ear headphones, and while those block out, even more sound, these are actually pretty impressive for a small earbud like this. So if you're somewhere where you just got to tune everybody out, but you don't want to wear a big headphone, these are absolutely perfect. Let's see what else you get in the box. Your charging cable. Unfortunately, it's still going to be a lightning charging cable. Here, if you can see, you get the extra little earbud pieces. There's a small, medium, and large. Generally, the really good thing about AirPods is that they really feel like there's nothing in your ear. They feel very transparent. So we're going to see if this is something that really carried over onto these, or if you can feel these more and they're going to be less comfortable. But that's one of the good things, is that you can hear your environment, you can hear your surroundings, you can have them in your ear and generally not have a problem. Now, these do have active noise canceling, so that's going to be something that you can't really hear in your environment when you have them on like that. But there is a transparency mode where basically you get to hear it like if it was a normal AirPod. You get to hear everybody. You won't have any issues. And now let's see how it pairs up, if it's like the other Apple products. Let's crack it open. Got my iPhone 11. Very cool little graphics. That's definitely a little bit of an upgrade if you're looking at the minor details. Here are both AirPods, the last generation and now the new generation AirPod Pro, side by side. Can you tell the difference? Of course, this is the way this one goes if you turn it. They look actually kind of similar. Of course, even sideways, it's still going to be a bigger case, but they look very similar until you sort of open them up. You open them up like so, and then you can kind of see how they both go. You have them both there. And just feeling the case, it does feel a lot heavier than the other case. So there's probably a little more gizmos in here. It does have the H1 chip, so it'll connect via Bluetooth to your phone and other iOS devices, fairly seamlessly. And the noise cancellation just on, a casual usage does feel like it's pretty good. No issues there. And then we'll also see how the battery life is as I use it the next few days and next few weeks. The previous model, the wireless charging AirPods, they had pretty good battery life. Mine never really went too low. I always charged it up a little bit. So hopefully this one should be the same, even though it's using a lot more power with the noise cancellation and the different little gizmos that it has in it. Overall, the first impressions are very positive. Of course, the packaging is always the standard Apple packaging. You get everything in the box. Everything's neatly laid out, no issues. So that's very good. We'll test them with some music and see how they perform. So I opened up Tidal, which is a very high quality music streaming, and listening to them so far sounds really good. And different types of music, like in hip hop or pop or something like that, there's a lot of bass response, especially since they're really closed off. Anytime you have a closed off headphone like this or in-ear headphone, you really get a lot more bass response. And I'm listening to some classical as well, and it sounds really shimmery, nice and clear. Really enjoying the sound so far of these AirPods, so I think it's going to be a huge upgrade for most people. I've been able to use them pretty much all day without having to charge them. I've been listening to all types of music. I mean, these sound really good, especially when you have nice punchy bass. You know, these being in your ear, it definitely helps sort of keep that bass response in. And also with lighter music like jazz or classical music, I feel like these have a fairly decent, sound quality. Of course, they're never going to be the utmost in audiophile quality and very, very well-defined sounds, but for what they are, I think they do a pretty good job of convenience. You pair them right away with your phone. You can check the battery life. They always work Bluetooth-wise. I never have an issue where like you can't pair or you're having another problem. An issue I've had with other earbuds. So these are really nicely integrated if you have an iPhone, and they'll also work on Android. I've used them on my Samsung Note 10. It's not as nice as an integration as you would on an iPhone. But in general, you can use it and they sound just fine. But of course, on the iPhone, you get those little nice features like seeing your battery life and details like that. So overall, these are really, really nice. I think Apple did a pretty good job. I don't know what more we could do at this point. The older AirPods, they really pushed it for a long time without changing the design. The only new thing they really had was the H1 chip and the wireless case. Now this one has all of that, plus noise canceling, which in my opinion, that's pretty huge. It brings it to a whole new level, and you can still turn the noise canceling off or put it in transparency mode, which allows you to listen to your environment just in case you don't feel comfortable with noise cancellation if you're in a busy place or walking around in the street. So you do still have that option, and it is a little bit more expensive than the original AirPods, but I think for these extra features, it's definitely worth it. The design, it's nice and clean. It's kind of, evolutionary from the other AirPods. I don't think they really had to do anything too crazy. It's not going to turn heads. It's not crazy, crazy, crazy. But overall, I think it's a nice, clean design. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this unboxing and overview of the Apple AirPod Pro. If you like the content, please like it, post a comment if you have any questions, and please remember to subscribe. And remember, we post new videos every Tuesday and Friday. Alright guys, take care, and I'll see you on the next video.